need something that they can hold on to, something that they can talk about, which is this impeachment. I think we can all agree what happened at the Capitol last week was terrible and tragic and awful. However, the impeachment was based solely on the premise that President Trump is to blame for everything that happened at the Capitol. More investigation and more information that is provided goes to show that a lot of this was premeditated, that there were people that never went to the rally that were there hours ahead of time, that had planning and schematics, which would push back against a lot of the insinuation that President Trump is solely to blame for this. And so I think the Democrats are actually going to regret rushing into the highest level of constitutional oversight impeachment like this, and I think it's also going to disrupt any plans that Joe Biden has legislatively in his first 100 days.
Yeah, he ran, Ned, on COVID. That's his only mandate, if he has a mandate at all. And the optics of pursuing a guy who's on the back nine in Palm Beach, while this country can't even get a shot in the arm because of these really dumb Democrat governors. They can't distribute the vaccine they were given by warp speed. People are going to say, what are you doing, Joe? I mean, I thought this was a priority, not political payback.
Well, it's because the far left is it. One of the great unifying factors in a very desperate Democratic Party has been their united hatred of Donald Trump. When Trump's gone, what are they actually going to unite them? I think that's a question and something to actually look at as we move ahead. Are they going to actually be able to hold together now that the big bad orange man is no longer in the White House? I think they're going to have real disputes moving forward. But unifying, that was never in the agenda for them, even for starters.
I agree, and I think the hatred in the base is going to be transferred from Donald Trump, and they're going to go after Joe for not being socialist enough, and that is definitely going to be interesting to watch as it plays out. Charlie, Ned, thank you guys, as always.
Thanks, Jesse.
The latest on the vaccine rollout, Dr. Atlas is here in Waters World to tell us what the myths are about the vaccine.
That's blaming the Republicans saying this is our truth.
What happened to women in Iran? They got the radio star who sing or dance in public. What kind of risk are they taking?
Being a woman means that you risk your life.
But she didn't stop there. In 2017, she launched White Wednesday, urging men and women to wear that color in protest. The videos people sent became much bolder. Mossy says 29 people were arrested in one day last year. These two sisters were each sentenced to 15 years in prison.
They know the risk, they know the danger, but they are like the women of suffragists. They want freedom, and they are ready to pay the price.
Which brings us to Mossy's story. She grew up in a traditional family in northern Iran, but she always wondered why she couldn't enjoy the same freedom as her brother.
I started my own revolution from my family's kitchen.
By 2009, she was a journalist, but Iranian officials didn't like her constant questioning.
I had two options, to stay in Iran and keep silent, or leave Iran and be out.
The Revolutionary Court has certainly heard her. This summer they banned any interaction with Mossy.
They call me hostile government. They call me a whore. They call me a prostitute. They call me the agent of CIA, MI6. They even call me the agent of President Trump.
That isn't the worst of it. Authorities interrogated her mother and arrested her brother, and her father stopped talking to her.
I don't want to actually show them that they can break us.
Maybe that's break with your family, with tradition, it comes with a cost.
You know, it's not easy. I haven't seen my family for 10 years. It's not easy.
But there is no chance Mossy or supporters back in Iran will stop fighting.
That is why I have to be.
Meanwhile, Facebook is temporarily banning ads for gun accessories and other military gear until after Joe Biden's inauguration. The social media platform says it's making the move out of an abundance of caution. This after facing criticism for displaying ads for military gear near posts about insurrection and the Capitol riots. I'm Jackie Ibanez, now back to Water's World.
Monday. It's a new year with an exciting new daytime lineup on Fox News. Your Fox favorites are making the move to an earlier time. First, America's Newsroom relaunches with Bill Henry and Dave Reno Gunn. Harris Faulkner puts key issues under the spotlight at 11 with the Faulkner Focus, followed by the hit show Color Number. At 1, Sandra Smith and John Roberts have you covered in the afternoon with America Reports. And then, Martha McCallum is bringing her award-winning journalism and unmatched perspective to 2 p.m. with the story. A brand new lineup starting Monday. America is watching Fox News Channel.
As coronavirus deaths in the U.S. continue to rise, getting vaccinated to stop the spread seems pretty important. There's been plenty of conspiracy theories out there that are discouraging Americans from getting vaccinated. There are theories that the vaccine will give you COVID, that it was made too fast and isn't safe. There's even wild speculation that the vaccine could alter your DNA, or that you're actually getting microchipped. Famer, Charles Barkley.
We need 300 million shots. Give 1,000 to some NBA players. What about NFL? NFL. I'm just getting ready to say NFL players, hockey players. Listen, as much.
Okay, thank you.
Details about one of the latest arrests in relation to the Capitol Hill riots. It involves a Black Lives Matter and Antifa guy. Stick around. Is an interesting development that we wanted to share with the audience, but he wasn't just there as a filmmaker. He's not a credited journalist. He's not affiliated with any media corporation at all. He was there undercover, inciting the riot and exploiting it, and then CNN booked him.
I think that's really accurate, Jesse. I mean, right here I have this affidavit, and it is from Matthew Folger. He's an FBI special agent who interviewed John Sullivan. Remember, John Sullivan was also arrested in July. It was July 13th, actually, in Provo.